look of an extremely concentrated Marcus right now, driving a Lamborghini for the very first time. Let's go, baby. Woo! Oh yeah, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. I literally can't believe this right now. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Roads Untraveled. My name is Marcus, and today I'm driving a Lamborghini for the very first time. And not just any Lamborghini. This is a Lamborghini Huracan that has been extensively modified by its owner, Richard, for track setup. So we are going to talk to Richard in a little bit, and we're going to go driving with him, and he's going to show us actually how to hoon around this vehicle. But for now, let's take it for a drive. I'm going to take it for a little bit of a spin, give you guys my impressions on this highly modified Huracan, and then we'll have some fun with Richard and burn some tires and rubber. So stay tuned for that, all right? All right, so the Lamborghini Huracan, when it came out, it only had all-wheel drive. It was the LP580-2. Okay, so, you know, you could drive it in the snow if you really wanted to. It was all-wheel drive, plenty of grip. But this car right here is the 580-2, which is the one you want, at least the one I would want if I was going to buy a Lamborghini Huracan. This person's very nice, letting us by. That means it is rear-wheel drive. Now, with a guy like Richard, the owner of this car, that is exactly what you want, because that means you can slide the car, you can drift the car. The car is actually a little bit lighter without that all-wheel drive system, and it's a little bit more playful, especially when you're exiting corners. You got to dial in counter steer a lot more often because of that rear-wheel drive. So to start with, we are just going to straight up go into Corsa mode. You guys know Strada Sport Corsa. Corsa is the most hardcore, the most track-oriented. It, you know, stiffens up the suspension. You're going to get a lot of crackles and pops in the exhaust, so the tune is a little bit different. And especially, you know, specific to this Lamborghini, it's got a custom tune from VF Engineering. You guys know VF down in Los Angeles. We got a little tour of their shop down there, which was a lot of fun. So it's got a full custom tune from those guys, as well as you can see on the outside. This thing looks batshit crazy, absolutely insane. It's got a full Vorsteiner body kit on it, full carbon fiber bumpers, front and rear. It's got a carbon fiber rear diffuser, the wing. Everything is carbon fiber on this car. And actually, funny story. This morning, Richard actually got pulled over on the way to the shoot here. And the cop was looking at his modifications. He was looking at the car and he was like, this is not factory. Like, I can pull this car off the road right now. And Richard managed to convince the cop that this was a Performante and that it was all factory. He convinced a police officer in VI Central here in Vancouver that this is a factory vehicle. The war on modified cars is hilarious. Anyways, so those are the big changes. Basically, as you can see on the outside too, this is the track setup as far as the wheels are concerned right now. So it's got Toyo R888s all the way around, very sticky tires. We're about to hit the corners. Forgive me if I don't talk as much, but we're going to kind of feel it out and see how it does. So Richard said it should have about 700 horsepower at the crank with those modifications. Very responsive dual clutch transmission, extremely responsive. Huge paddle shifters, as you can see. Oh yeah. Just about 9,000 RPM out of this 5.2 liter V10. Whoa! So incredibly fast, you guys. So incredibly fast. Even with the dual clutch, the shifts are violent. The shifts are violent. Yeah, that kicks, I hate to say it, full throttle at 6,000 RPM kicks you so much harder than the GT3 RS. I mean, I call it like I see it, you guys. I'm in love with that car, with that GT3, but this kicks you so much harder than both that GT3 RS and the Vanquish I drove recently. It bites. Lots of grip though. Woo! Oh my god, yeah, that is incredibly fast. Incredibly fast. It blows my mind that people boost these cars. This is like, don't let people fool you. You know, there's a lot of automotive YouTubers and vloggers that'll take a factory Huracan and in the process of supercharging it or putting twin turbos on it after the fact, the viewer in YouTube who has never, like you guys, who've never really, potentially maybe never been in a Lamborghini or anything, may think that, oh, you need the supercharger. A stock Huracan needs twin turbos. Oh no, it does not need twin turbos. You just want a supercharger or twin turbos if you absolutely want to kill yourself. If you want like that out of the world experience. You know, yeah, it's all about perspective. That's the bottom line. It's all about perspective, you guys. Wow, that is brutal acceleration. I mean, to have the power of a Hellcat in a car that can actually handle around a track is an experience like no other. And I mean, Richard's modified this car with race brake pads as well, so, oh yeah, lots of grip, but the back end will step out. It'll step out. It gets lively back there. But here's the thing, you guys. The owner of this car, Richard, is not your average Lamborghini owner. In fact, he is going to destroy the stereotype of a Lamborghini owner, specifically here in Vancouver. Hey, what's up, man?
Get out of the car.
What, do you want your car back?
Let me show you how to drive this thing. Come on. Come on, white boy.
All right, fine. Show me how to drive.
Hold on to your nuts.
If you must. If you must. Just, please don't kill me.
Well, there we go.
There we go. There we go. This is Richard. Let's go for a drive.
In Asian tradition, this is how we roll.
Here we go. No holy shit handle.
Let me see it. Can I actually fit underneath this?
No, dude, no. No, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way I can
There's
do that.
no way. We're gonna try to slide underneath a semi-truck trailer. All right, you guys, this is Richard.
Hello.
Official introduction.
Alright, continue on. Don't mind me.
Yeah, we're in a rear-wheel drive Huracan, right? That I just got out of. Now, Rich is gonna take over for a little bit. Because Richard is unlike a lot of, let's say, your average Lamborghini owner, average Lamborghini driver, okay? Richard, you've got a lot of experience.
Yeah, so I start. Hello there, Civic.
Oh yeah, everyone's coming by.
Oh, he's cool. He's alright. Don't scrape. Please don't scrape. Alright, we're cool.
Oh my god.
So, anyways,
First off, everyone that we pass either has like a disgusted look on their face
Or a really funny
or a
look.
huge smile and they're like thumbs up. Anyways, though, you have a lot of driving experience.
So yeah, I started off with professional karting, and that kind of takes over. Yeah, 1 second. I kind of go over with my dad because I started off with professional karting, and then eventually moved on to a little bit in Formula Masters, which is like an Asian series of Formula 3.
Oh wow.
And then
So open wheel.
Open wheel, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, open wheel. So basically after that, oh, there's another parking lot. Oh shit.
Well, yeah.
But anyways, after that, here just doing track days and eventually becoming a track instructor. And the thing about my dad is he is also a circuit rally driver. So he used to like cars a lot. Well, it kind of translates pretty well to the fact that I like cars too. This
The Civic guy's following us.
Yeah, I think he is. You know, I'm gonna wait for him.
You're gonna say hi? Yeah.
Racing brakes, baby. Holy
So track instructor, so you got like karting, open wheel. I mean, what does that gotta be like driving an open wheel car?
Open wheel car, it's, well, honestly, it's pretty similar to a go-kart in a sense. That's a big angle.
You're good at driving and talking, by the way.
I'm alright.
It's not easy.
But anyways, yeah, driving open wheel car is a little bit different because you have, in the regular car, you're always one foot on the throttle and the same foot on the brake, right? But in
Right.
an open wheel car, it's one foot on the throttle, left foot on the brake. So you kind of have to get used to it, whereas you can't fucking just put both feet down and then suddenly you fucking crash. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's a little bit different. It's more exciting. It's more direct. You can see the road where you actually can't see the road. You kind of feel the road a lot better.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, this car's for sale, by the way. So if you guys actually want this thing,
Boom. Follow Richard on Instagram too, and subscribe on YouTube. So where do you do driving instruction?
basically anywhere. I usually run with a group called Speed Fanatics, and they're one of the track day hosts at the local tracks as well as other tracks on the island. So we currently have Mission Raceway. Also have the Vancouver Island Motorsport Circuit.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful on the island. And then we have Area 27, which is way up north. Where is that, like?
East. Well, northeast.
Northeast.
Yeah.
we're
Oliver.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I usually track with those guys, and kind of a freelance thing to do. It's not like a professional job. It's just something I can do on the
Yeah.
side. So yeah, it's just like a fun thing to do because I want to teach people how to drive, right? Because not a lot of people have experience, especially with all the Asian kids these days in the supercar scene. It's the Asian invasion, it's the Asian takeover. Like I want to teach those kids how to actually drive their cars and not look like an idiot. Because it's embarrassing. The next thing you know, hey, guess who crashes Ferrari? It's another Asian kid. Well, shit, that's my people.
And those are the stories that make the news.
Exactly, it's fun.
Unfortunately. But
Yeah, so like,
with modern cars, it's even exacerbated more because modern cars are like, oh, if you have money, you can just get into this 800 horsepower death trap.
and some people don't know how to drive. Like for instance, if I just stop abruptly, and then a lot of people do this, there's actually this one guy in a 720S in Toronto, new car, so he launched the car,
Okay.
couldn't handle it, and then crashed right into his friend's R8 in a straight line.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, that one, remember?
Yeah, under the Brit.
So this is how it went, right? But obviously, if you know how to control the car, it doesn't really matter, right? Because third gear,
Yeah.
fourth gear, there we go.
Yeah.
But that kid didn't know how to drive, so it's embarrassing to be, to my people.
This is the greatest video ever.
Track days are so easy to get into. Like you pay the fee, you bring your car,
Yeah.
and that's it. You
Yeah.
put some safety gear on, and then we'll teach you. And then you'll have the skills to drive a car. But then that, which also another issue. Most people who come to track days post a couple videos of them on the track, never come again.
Dude, yes. Oh, this is awesome. Great turning radius.
Yep.
Wow. You know what, dude? Even with ball tires, or like,
It still felt really good.
it still hooks up.
Exactly.
It hooked up right around kind of 60, 70K.
Yeah.
And you start feeling the power again.
Anyways, so yes, I did get help from my parents buying this car. However, I do also own my business, but that's a different story. So I produce carbon fiber parts for exotics as well as European cars. That's kind of like what my market is. So yes, to answer your question, where does this Asian fucking kid get this car? Well, yes, my mom did. or my parents did. It doesn't really matter. And that's the thing. I'm okay. I'm straightforward. I'm not gonna be like the guy who's like, yeah, dude, like I work with my dad. You know, I do this business thing. I'm like, okay, so what do you do? He's like, oh, I do business. I'm like, what type of business do you do?
Right.
He's like, I work with my dad. I'm like, okay, so how much do you earn? He's like, well, yeah, it's my dad, so I can earn whatever. I'm like, you're not working for shit.
What do you do?
What do you do, right? So just let's just say straightforward. If your dad got you the car, he got you the car. I'm okay with it, right?
Cool.
It's a different. That's the thing. When people don't understand is, everyone has gotten stuff when they were a kid.
Of course.
Right?
To a certain level.
To a certain level.
Life isn't fair. That's
and sometimes it is what it is. Like it's like a give or take. You know, God gives you something, takes away something as well. But sometimes it doesn't take shit, and sometimes He gives a lot of shit. But that doesn't matter.
It's true. It's so true.
So your parents, come on, PS1, Nintendo, that is the same shit. Except Asian parents apparently give supercars for some fucking. I have more money and give supercars. It's the same idea. I didn't go up to parents and be like, Mom, you have to fucking buy me this car, like, or else I won't study and become a doctor. But
what is your favorite part about this car?
Favorite part about this car?
Straight
Nothing. Just kidding. NA, honestly, I never had an NA car until this one.
Right.
Well, actually, I did. I had a 94 NA Supra, right-hand drive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, NA, right-hand drive, automatic gearbox.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was in high school.
Okay, well that's cool though.
Yeah, I was sold by some Indian guy. He was like, okay, buddy, no problem. You can take this car. You can make it and do left and drive, no problem. I believed him. I didn't know shit about that car. I'm like, oh, I can make you left and drive? Cool. It's a Supra. Yeah, he's like, he told me you could make it left and drive. I fucking bought the car. I'm like, oh shit, I can't make it left and drive. So I sold the car. I also have a Mark IV Supra.
Yeah, Rich has got like 1,000 horsepower Mark IV Supra.
It's not that big. It's not as big as Marcel's, but it's kind of the lower twin.
I love how Marcel's like the benchmark. One of the benchmarks.
He is the
Vancouver.
benchmark, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my first car. And the thing I love about this car is that it's NA as well. So as soon as you get on throttle, and then you slide, right?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's super awesome. This car is the 580-2, which means the rear-wheel drive version of the Huracan, the 610-4. The dash 4 it's the one you want. But at the same time, if you're gonna track this car, beware that the suspension is absolute garbage and the diff setting is absolute garbage. Because basically what they did is they got the 4-wheel drive variant, lopped off the front diff, right, and then
a little bit of weight.
Yeah, and then save a little bit of weight and made it rear-wheel drive, but they kept the setting for the diff the same. So the car drives super weird, and it just
supercar problems.
Anyways, it just wants to slide all the freaking time. So in order to compensate for that, Lamborghini made the rear suspension a lot softer than it should be to compensate for the loose rear end. So this thing just drives super fucking weird sometimes, and just does things where you don't expect it to. I wish these people can get the fuck out of the way so I can actually do something.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the brake I need.
Oh yeah, there we go. Just giving her.
Just for fun.
Woo!
Just for shits and giggles.
Yes, full 360. Full 360.
I just hope there's no cop that just suddenly show up and be like, hey, what the hell are you doing?
Dude, that was wicked.
That's the Asian way. Well, actually, that's not usually the Asian way. But
That's your Asian way.
That's my Asian way. So yeah, if you can't drive a supercar like this, you shouldn't probably buy one. I'm just kidding, but you know.
And honestly, half the problem is driver training here in North America, and we're in Canada. It's terrible.
It is.
No, you don't need anything to get a license.
Pretty much.
You should honestly, everybody before they get their driver's license should have to go to a skid pad and just experience what it's like to lose control of a vehicle.
Exactly. And so then you know where your limit. Oh my God, this fucking brakes. So you know exactly where your limit is, and you don't end up in that wall right there.
Exactly. 2 feet away from a brick wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, thanks, man.
No problem.
Thanks for letting me drive your car.
No problem.
I'm always very humbled every time I get behind the wheel of a car that.
Yeah, and the market is absolutely amazing. So if you guys ever like want. Anyways, if you guys ever have a really cool car that you want Marcus to check out, and like, you will absolutely love it, and he respects the shit out of it, so you know.
Thanks, bro.
And then this guy right here is filming, so should I be doing some? Ah, fuck it, why not?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the front wheels are not moving as much or whatever. Hi guys, so this is come on, there you go, keep the drift going. Hello.
And perfectly reverses into the spot. Woo! Much tougher than I thought, dude. Yeah. You make it look easy.
I know, that's what everyone says.
Okay, I'll try this again. It's the steering. The steering's so direct, right? Anymore.
It's tough, right?
Oh, it's really tough. Really hard. Okay, we're gonna do a run from 0 here. Let's go. Oh yeah, there we go. Wow, that was 21 kilometers an hour. Oh my God, that's the fastest I've ever gone on that straightaway. They say money can't buy happiness. They'll tell you that. They'll try to tell you that. But, can buy you a boat, buy you a Lamborghini. This is one of the final few, you guys. Cars like this are not going to be around forever. And yes, Lamborghini, thank you so much for sticking with a naturally aspirated engine, you know. They are one of the last. Aston Martin and Lamborghini are basically the final two, along with Porsche, the final three to retain naturally aspirated engines in their flagship models. Every car elicits a different reaction, but the thing is, the GT3 RS and this Huracan elicit a very, very similar reaction. The GT3 RS is a little bit more grown up though. This is the child of the supercar realm, and I don't mean that in a bad sense. This has like the most kind of zero fucks given, pardon my language, kind of aura about it. You know, it has that youth mentality that a lot of supercars have kind of grown out of, and a lot of manufacturers have grown out of. You know, you don't get that youth mentality, that crazy kid mentality from, let's say, a 488. You know, you might get it from the 812, again, a naturally aspirated vehicle. And that tends to be the trend here. That's kind of what I've found out, at least with new high value track cars. Hey, thanks Richard so much for letting me drive your Lamborghini. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to check out kind of what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, and we'll go from there. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up for the supercars, for the naturally aspirated era, a dying breed. And if you haven't already, definitely watch our GT3 RS video, because that car's equally as impressive. So we'll see you guys next time.